What's up everybody, welcome back to Low Luxury. I'm Killian, and today we have something that we've actually never done on this channel before, and that's actually blowing my mind right now, because apparently on this channel we have never ever looked at a Rick Owens sweater. We've looked at t-shirts and jackets and jeans and pants and suits and blazers and leathers, but never a knit sweater. That's actually kind of crazy, so we're going to change that today, and this is one of my favorite Rick Owens sweaters. It's an iconic piece, one that's incredibly popular, so I'm going to give you the lowdown here, but this is not it. So the headline piece is the sweater, but really the sleeper hit of this video are the pants that I'm going to pair it with, because these are insane. They're extremely old, one of the oldest Rick Owens pieces we've ever looked at on the channel. And the fabrication, the construction of these is absolutely crazy. So we're going to look at the details of both of these pieces, and then once we understand what they're all about, what makes them tick, we're going to throw a fit together, try them on, I'll tell you how they feel, how they fit, all that good stuff. So let's dive in. And if you're into Rick Owens, guess what? I've got some Rick Owens stuff of my own listed on my Grail. The link is in the description. Check it out. First, let's look at this sweater, and this is an iconic one. You may have seen this one before. It pops up from time to time, and this design right at the front is pretty iconic. There's also one that has like kind of blue at the shoulders, kind of more of a biker sweater, but I really like this one because it's got more of like a Bauhaus type of vibe. It's got a crew neck, but one of the things that I love most about Rick Owens is that in his pieces, he doesn't just do like a thin, lame crew neck. It's like a nice, thick, sizable, double-layered wool crew neck. It grabs your neck really, really well. And then this is a dark dust colorway. That's what it's listed as. And it's almost kind of like a greenish gray. You can see against the green screen, it really actually pulls out the green even more than is there most of the time. And then one really cool part about this is that the colored areas are discrete strips that are knit into it. It's a different type of fabrication that you can really see when we get in close. So this outside is a very soft kind of loose knit, whereas this is much thicker and much tighter. It's like an orange strip that starts in the middle of the chest and goes all the way down almost to the bottom. And this is listed as cinnamon, the color. And then down at the very bottom, you get another discrete insert here in this ribbed black, and that one's just listed as black, of course. But you can see the entire hem is ribbed, as are the cuffs. Rick Owens, he really likes his stuff skinny and long, so the pit to pit here is quite small for its size, but it is very lengthy overall. Now let's look at some of the details here. You get the classic Rick Owens landing strip tags inside the neck, and it's script at that left tag, and then you get the collection on the right. So this is a relatively new piece, 5 years old, from Sisyphus, which is fall-winter 2018. And you can see that that sits on a different type of knit. Like it's just, this is more of solid, whereas this is kind of a strip that goes down the back. Taking a look at the care tags here, we can get some more information. So the tag, as with all Rick Owens pieces essentially, sits on these separate pieces of woven cloth right here. We get the size, which is a small, and we'll definitely be talking about sizing later and how it fits. You get that colorway, which we mentioned, and then the composition. I love this. So it is 70% baby alpaca and 30% nylon. So that's the main knit fabrication here. But then the details, those strips are 100% cotton, and that's why they're heavier and thicker, because cotton knits are much more solid than a baby alpaca and nylon knit, which is what this stuff is. Like when you get really close in on this, you can see how soft and open it is. And at the back, you can really get the best view of that long, skinny fit. And you also see that strip that they made that those tags at the back of the neck sit on. So you can see it kind of indents compared to the main knit here. And when it's sitting flat, it actually kind of curves in, but really if you open it up, it's just the same size strip that goes all the way down to the back. The strip in back is a kind of staple of Rick Owens tops, and I'm glad that they kept it going here, even in a knit. So that's an iconic piece. The design is great. The fabrication is like next level, but this is not all we have to look at in this episode. We have those pants, and I'm telling you, the pants go crazy. So this is a pair of skinny black pants, but you can already tell there's some interesting stuff going on here. So I would say that the cut is essentially like a pair of jeans or maybe like a pair of chinos in some ways, but there's so much going on under the hood here, even visibly. Most notably, of course, is this insert that's going on right here inside the legs. And I feel like if this were at the knees, it would be very bikery, but it being on the inside gives it this almost like natural, earthy, like extraterrestrial nature to it. So it starts right here inside the crotch and then comes out and grows along to the inside and basically meets right almost at the center of the knee here before rounding around. But that's not all there is to it. What you can't really see on camera is that this fabrication is absolutely insane. You can kind of see it here, like why is this so floppy, right, at the legs? Why is it bunching like this? And that's because this pair of pants is double layered. So on the inside, it's like this typical kind of Rick Owens-y sort of cotton here, but on the outside, it's this incredibly, incredibly soft jersey like t-shirt material, and I can separate that layer from the cotton underneath, and it's literally like a t-shirt that's sitting entirely on top of a pair of pants. Like you can see it at the bottom, it's starting to fray and come up, and that's here, right here is that typical cotton layer, and then it's connected to this jersey right there. So cool. It feels so good. You can see it's like a 5-pocket style. It's got that little pocket right there. Like most Rick Owens stuff, massive, massive pockets. One of the reasons I compared it to chinos is like if I undo this button here, that is a decidedly un-jeans-like kind of closure there. Nice little cutout here. That's a really nice detail. But it closes more like a pair of like dress pants or trousers. And at the back, you can see that detailing continuing. So it's fairly mirrored at the back and front, but you can see it doesn't come out as far to the back of the knee as it does to the front. You've got some nice back pockets, very reminiscent of a pair of jeans. Really no difference here, and also a Rick thing. These little kind of like stitched strips that go across right here. That's something that he does in pretty much all of his jeans. And how about the tags? Because I did mention this was one of the oldest pieces we've ever looked at. And you can see it right away with the logo that it is much older than the last one we looked at. It's got a completely different type of look and treatment. And that's because this is from the Dustulator collection, what a name, which was Autumn-Winter 2006. Holy hell. And this was from when Rick was still making things at what was then called the Omar and Myrta factory, which he later bought and called Owens Corp. And these are tagged as a size small, so I'm very curious to see what the fit is like. And I think my favorite part about these, obviously that insert at the thighs is insane, but just the layering with the jersey gives it such a unique look and makes it look so different from any other pair of pants that you can get, like a typical denim or chino, like cotton twill or whatever. It stands completely on its own, and I hope that gives it a really unique look to it. All right, now that we've checked out all of those details, it is time to try both this sweater and these pants on. But in order to do that, we need some more pieces because that's not enough for a full fit. So let's figure out what else we're wearing. So I think what we really need to fill out this look is a pair of shoes and some piece of outerwear. And these two together, they really give me a kind of like techie, dark tech wear sort of vibe. So I think I'm gonna kind of lean into that. Which means for the shoes, we are going with the Balenciaga Expanders by Demna Gvasalia. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think they work really well. I wear them quite regularly. And really, if you just start thinking of them like a pair of like sneaker heels or like chunky platform sneakers, they make a lot more sense. And I think they match well with those jeans. As for the outerwear, you know how these jeans, they kind of had that floppiness because of the jersey? I think that this Raf Simons, like stretch moto blazer will pair quite well. We'll see how it goes with the sweater. The sweater is a bit of the odd man out, but I think that'll work as this pop of color and intrigue among all of this black. So let's try them on and see what happens. All right, let's not have me standing around in green undies for too long and start by putting on these double layered Rick Owens pants. Super old, from the Dustulator collection. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but damn, I love these. They're skinny, they're super long. Basically, if you've worn a pair of Rick Owens pants, you get the idea. This is how he rolls. But moving on, putting on the Balenciaga expanders. At this point, this is my favorite pair of Balenciaga sneakers that I own. I find myself wearing these the most out of any of their other sneakers. And like, I'm not short, I'm 5'10", but I love the extra height. It's like an extra probably 2.5, 3 inches that you get out of these. And they work really well with the pants. The color of the sneakers matches those inserts on the thighs of the pants like perfectly. Moving right along, we get to put on this sweater from Rick Owens, and you can see it is semi-sheer. You can kind of see my little nips every once in a while in there. You can see the waistline of the pants, but I do really like this this look and also the fit. You can see it's tight and it is super, super long and fuzzy. Can't forget fuzzy. Sick sweater. And now let's pop on this Raf Simons blazer here. It's like a moto jacket, like viscose blazer thing. This like is a pinch hitter of mine. It works with so many different types of fits. All right, now that we've got the whole fit together, let's break it down and really dive in here. First thing I'll say, this fit hits. I would wear this just about anywhere. Like, in a way, it's kind of got a professional upscale vibe, but it's also very street and very modern. You could wear it with the sweater long and like hanging down below the jacket, over the thighs. Like, it comes down almost to like my mid-thigh, which is wild. Or you could tuck it in for more of a, I don't know, considered refined fit, and both work incredibly well. But going into a bit more detail here, we've already talked about the length of both pieces, both the pants and the sweater, absurdly long. For the pants, the waistline, remember, these were tagged a size small, and I would say they fit like a 30 waist, like a real 30, not vanity sizing 30, legit 30 waist, but also extra long, like probably like a 30 by 33 or 34. But the frayed edges are really sick and hang perfectly over the expanders. You would also think they get like warm or just like overly uncomfortable or hot because of the double layers, but really that jersey outer layer just hangs perfectly on top, and I think they're so loose on top of each other that they don't hold in heat to the same like uncomfortable degree that some of these layered hybrid pieces from other brands do. As for the sweater, skinny, long, absurdly comfortable. You saw it is primarily made out of baby alpaca. I don't know, you tell me, is baby alpaca even better than regular alpaca? I don't know, I am not acquainted with alpacas in my daily life. But apparently I love baby alpacas from afar. I've been converted. I now really appreciate the baby alpacas and what they do for sweaters everywhere, because this is insane. If you've ever had a mohair knit sweater, it's very similar to that, I would say, but even a little bit softer, like slightly less bristliness, but with the same amount of fuzz, which is like perfect. It's kind of the perfect sweater fabrication when you think about it. Yeah, really both of these pieces, I got them separately. I didn't know I was going to put them together like this. They just happened to kind of come in together, and I decided, hey, let's make a video. But this fit fucking works. It works so well. And I'm going to be using both of these. These are going to be instantly in the rotation, both separately and especially together. It hits. It just does. Alright, so that was a sick sweater, a sick pair of pants. I'm hyped on both of these pickups, and I'm going to be wearing them, I think, all the time. So thank you for watching. Take a look at the other video on screen here. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.